Hello scrappers! I was planning to spend this afternoon in scrapping vintage electronics, and here I have a pile of boards that I will scrap and explain what is important, where is the gold, where is the silver, palladium, platinum on these boards. So as you can see, different types from different devices. Most of them unfortunately broken or partially scrapped, so basically they're useless. They can be used only for scrapping and recovering precious metals. I will just move them aside to make some space, and let's slowly start one by one scrapping them. Maybe with this one. As you can see here, I removed the cap of one of these transistors, and inside we have gold plating. Here also we have gold plating. Let me show you how it looks like. If I cut this element below, maybe you can see we have nice gold plating, and also the legs are gold plated. When the legs are gold plated, it's not good to cut them. It's better to remove them with the heat gun. But for these ones, for the small ones, the legs are not gold plated, and here we can quickly cut them, and that's all. Here we have gold plating only inside, not on the legs. Okay, I will speed up a little bit and cut everything that has to be cut here. Like I will remove the caps of these so they stay shiny and yellowish, like this. What else we have? We have these silver plated pins here. They can be removed in different way. I usually cut them like this. I take the cutters and I just remove them. And that's the last piece. So we have some silver plating and we have some gold. For the remaining, for this remaining, I will use my heat gun. And I will remove them, heating them. This board is ready. There is nothing else left. Remaining resistors probably can be just sold as scrap board like this, and that's all. Here another boards are coming. Let's look at this one. What we have here? We have a couple of different types of capacitors. These are metal tantalum containing capacitors, and I usually cut them. These tantalum capacitors are well known from my channel. I recently scrapped half kilogram of them, but here we have some in addition for future recovery of tantalum and silver. You see here two capacitors are grouped in this way. That's perfectly fine. And here we have one more tantalum capacitor. Let's remove it. Good. Remaining board can be just sold if anyone wants to buy it in this shape. Depends on the countries. In some countries people buy this type of boards, in some countries don't. What else? Let's look at this one. This is a relatively small board, and you can see on top these nice capacitors. These enormous capacitors are Soviet Union H90 capacitors. They have palladium inside, so I keep these capacitors, stockpile them. You can sell them as they are. They have pretty high price, like more than $1,000 per kilogram. Or you can process them. In the future I am definitely planning some videos about palladium. So here is another one. I will put them together so you can see what nice pile of capacitors I will make at the end. Here is one more. So we have 3. Here is a smaller one. This is number 4. And of course they are covered with some glue or some resin on top, so not easy to cut them. But especially the big one, the bigger these capacitors are, the better, because they are more expensive. The MLCC inside is bigger and you have better yield. What is left here? We have 2 relays. These relays, depending on the year of manufacture and on the part number, can contain different metals, depends. The relays from Soviet Union contain platinum, palladium, gold, silver. It can be a nice surprise. There are catalogs available. When you put these serial numbers from the top of the relay here, you can check what exactly this relay contains. So this is one job for me. I have to check this. Here, hidden green is a small capacitor. The small capacitor is like these ones. This capacitor contains palladium. It's very, very, very tiny, but you know, it adds value, so I always take them. This here is probably adjustable resistor. I will remove it and check this, what is written here. Probably there is nothing, maybe a little silver, but it can also contain some palladium, so it's good to check. Here we have one IC and we have this element. This is some IC, because I see multiple legs. Let's look at what we just obtained. These are 2 small transformers. We'll have a look at them soon. But here we have this IC. This IC has gold-plated legs and gold-plated wires inside, so it's a good one. And here, the internal part of this metal cap is covered with gold, and the legs probably are gold-plated. So this is a very good integrated circuit that contains gold but has different shape. So what else I usually take from these boards? I take these diodes. They are not very rich, but sometimes in these metal diodes there is a small amount of gold inside. So I usually cut them in half and check if there is gold inside or not. This board is ready, nothing else to do here, and it's pretty hot, so I have to get rid of it. Let me take it like this. Here we have this micro board. It contains 2 capacitors, that's everything. Let's cut from 2 sides and let's remove these 2 capacitors. I recently have had a video about these capacitors. These are silver and tantalum containing capacitors. Here it is, the first one, and here is the second one. Let me show you how they look like. In rare cases, these capacitors can contain also palladium. There is a cup inside that is made of silver usually, but sometimes it contains, if I'm correct, 20% palladium. So they should always be checked, because it's not nice to sell silver as palladium. Let's take another board. What we have here. The first thing I see are these small transistors. Some of them contain gold, so I usually remove them. Also, we have these green big transistors. Oh, it's coming a storm. I hear thunderstorm outside. So these transistors, the big ones, sometimes they contain silver, sometimes they contain gold. To check them, you have to break them like this and check inside. Do they contain silver or gold? In general, this is made of copper. So if you break them as a minimum, you can save it as copper. I usually scrap them and collect them and process them for silver and gold, depends on the content. This is nothing. Here in the corner you can see we have this resistor. This is just about resistor. It contains palladium, so I just cut it like this. It's called SP5/2. They're very good. We have two more. I can also remove them as I started. So these are, each of them contains 0.01 gram of palladium. So I just cut 3, and that's the palladium, 0.03 grams I can get from them. Here hidden you can see one more of these Soviet Union capacitors that contain palladium. I will cut it and put it aside. And what is left here? These capacitors contain nothing, just aluminum, these big ones. We have 3 coils that have copper inside, but this is, you can scrap them or you can just sell them on as they are on the board. Let me cut one more of these transistors and check what is inside. You see, we don't have gold plating, we have silver in these ones, but that's okay. I will cut them and keep them. Let's see what else we have to cut and keep here. There are some small diodes, but this is a power board. It's low probability to find gold in these elements, but here we have 2 relays. Look at these 2. These are relays. Such relays I cut and I keep. So let's do it like this. So this is relay number 1. And let's cut relay number 2 now. This is relay number 2. Not easy one. Probably they have a screw on the bottom that I have to break, and just then I can remove them from the board. Yeah, there is a screw in the middle. I remember this type of relays. Here it is. Yeah, here is the relay. It's part of the contacts stayed on the board, so I will cut them. Probably silver, nothing interesting. I'll just put the contact inside. Let's continue. Anything else on this board? I see one more capacitor, not capacitor, transistor here from these green ones. I'll just cut it. And we have two ICs. I remove these ICs using my heater. You should never heat this type of capacitors, the electrolytic ones, because they can explode. It's not fun. So you can see inside the gold plating. It's really beautiful. So now you can understand why I'm scrapping and keeping this, because here inside you can see we have beautiful gold plating in these ICs. Okay, let's continue. Here we have another board. It's a small one and it contains a couple of things. First, these capacitors contain tantalum. They're small, metal one, but they're very small, very low yield. Here we have something that looks like a transistor. Let me remove it. Look here, what a nice gold plating we have. Here we have an IC. I can just cut it from the board because there is no gold plating on the legs. This is capacitor, the black one, believe or not. These are Bulgarian black capacitors. And we have also this Bulgarian brown capacitors. So you see quite many capacitors we managed to recover here from this tiny half scrapped board, but still a lot is remaining. Look at this. And we have this beautiful slot inside. This is a nice surprise. I didn't expect to have a nice gold plating inside this slot. Let me open it like this. It's really nice gold plating. I'll just cut these pins and keep them aside for gold recovery. I'm losing small piece of the pins that stays on the board, but that's what it is. I didn't expect to have gold in this slot at all. So let me take them like this and keep them aside. Nice, nothing else of interest left here. This one is ready. Let's continue. Here we have one board that is relatively easy to scrap. It's just ICs. So I take my heat gun and I start them one by one. Okay, this board is ready and it's very hot, so I will put it aside. Let's take another one. It's a small, nice board, and I see interesting things on top. Look at this. I will cut one just to show you. Look at these super nice transistors. What a beautiful gold-plated racks. Again, we have these small tantalum capacitors. I'll cut them and keep them. Someday I'll process them. Another one here. We have one more of these beautiful transistors with gold-plated racks, and one more here. Look at this. This very, very nice transistor. I'll cut one more of these tantalum capacitors, and actually the biggest tantalum capacitor is this one here, K53-4A. Has a decent piece of tantalum inside actually. Let's try to cut these capacitors. These are beautiful Soviet Union capacitors. They contain palladium and very small percentage of platinum, some of them. Couple of more tantalums here, couple of more of these palladium ones, and that's all. This board I can sell as a scrapped board. Let's see what else we have here. Let's have a look at this one. When you look at it, almost nothing. But when you see this type of metal elements, these are ICs or these are transistors, they can have gold inside. And this is the case here. If you look from below, let me remove this plastic. Let's remove it. It's not easy. You see, we have a nice shiny gold plating. So now, obviously this is a very old board because they come out with the solder. It's no need to heat them. They fully come out, and that's all. Here I will also take this in some old boards. They even contain palladium. So you see, this is so brittle, this board. Probably it was overheated. It was very old one. Okay, good, this is ready. Let's see what else we have. Let's take this big one. What is the most impressive here? To me the most impressive here is this gold plating. It's brutal gold plating. Hear this sound. It's so thick. What we have on this board? First, we have capacitors containing palladium. Even some of them are big ones. 1 microfarad is this one. These are brown Bulgarian capacitors. They have really good palladium content. There are some guys on internet doing videos like all tech on them. You can check the yield. It's very, very good yield. So why I first remove the capacitors? Because I don't want to heat them, because the mark on top sometimes disappears when you heat them. And this is a black one. This is a small capacitor. This is also capacitor. Small black capacitor containing palladium. I always take the crystals and the crystal oscillators, like this one here. And what is left? This board by itself is interesting because it looks like a half board. You see, half of it is populated, half not. Maybe it was manufactured like this, or maybe some elements are missing. I don't know this, but that's the result. I will scrap what is remaining here. Let's remove first the capacitors. Then we can remove these ICs. How to remove them? If I heat them from top, most probably it will not work. I'll try. This IC is interesting because the whole board and this IC is covered with some lacquer or something like this. So you can see that it started burning on top, and you can see that below it it's visible, the gold plating. Let's see what we recovered. Here we have 4 relays, probably containing silver. We have this pile of capacitors. These are tantalum capacitors. They can also contain silver. These here are palladium containing adjustable resistors. We have this beautiful IC. Here under the lacquer you can see the gold. Also legs are gold plated. It's ceramic one. We also have this nice pile of ICs. All of them have gold plated legs and all of them have gold wiring inside. We have some other ICs and other stuff like this silver plated, some transistors, diodes. This is just something separate. I just keep it and process it from time to time. Here we have one of these slots containing golden plated pins. A lot of capacitors, good quality ones, Soviet Union and Bulgarian ones, containing palladium. And here probably the most beautiful part are these transistors, these ICs with gold plated legs, gold plated cups. They are really beautiful and they have high gold yield. So that's quick recap of this scrapping. You can see relays, transistors, capacitors, ICs, more or less. That's everything I take, and resistors here, these adjustable ones. Thanks for watching, keep scrapping and good luck. I wish you good catches. Bye.